I'm joined in the studio by our Jihadi Network's expert, Wasim Nazir. It's good to see you as always, Wasim. What is in this recording then? What is al-Baghdadi saying exactly? And does it prove that he's alive?
He says many, many things, and as you said, we can know the time that it was recorded because of the threats that were made by Korea and that he mentioned against the United States. But there is another hint about the time, because he talks about the Asitana deals made over Syria with Russian supervision. So he spoke about that to say that the US is a diminishing force, is losing ground all over the world, and today, for him, Russia is the new superpower. And he says this in order to say to his sympathizers to be patient, and that eventually all their enemies, the United States, Russia, and even local governments, will fight each other, and then their time will come again. So this is very important in his speech. Many religious references in his speech, many historical references about the Islamic State foundation in Iraq, his predecessors, Abu Omar, Zarqawi, etc., etc. And he mentions also all the areas where the Islamic State is present, like Afghanistan, like Yemen. He links the destiny of the Sunni population in Syria and Iraq with the destiny of the people in Yemen, putting all this under the banner of the war between Shia and Sunni. So he calls the Sunnis in the world to rise against their governors first, and to join eventually jihad. And what's important also to notice in this speech, what we have already noticed in other speeches by spokesperson and in their literature, in their propaganda, they are emphasizing on one thing, that controlling the land isn't important because they are losing land, and saying that the most important thing is the will to fight. And this is why they put in the historical aspect of it, saying that between 2009 and 2011, the desert period, as they say, there were a few hundreds in the desert, and it didn't stop them from taking over half of Syria, half of Iraq, and today to be almost on many spots in the globe. He makes also a hint to the Bengal area. So maybe he's thinking about the crisis in Burma. As
the Rakhine,
exactly, as Zawahiri did a few weeks ago, calling for jihad in this region.
All right, Wasim, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you very much indeed, Wasim Nazir.